Again, the misclassification of an employer and independent contractor is something that comes up often. I think a misclassification of your entity choice when you decide to form a company, I think can be problematic if you don't make the right selection.
You're talking about LLC? or-
Correct, so you can, essentially your options are either S corporation, C corporation, or LLC if you decide to incorporate. You could be a single member LLC as well. But depending on where you're forming and where you're living and who the owners are going to be and who the shareholders are going to be, there are certain entity selections that aren't right for you. So from a tax standpoint, you actually may be in a worse off position choosing one entity than choosing another entity. So again, it really boils down to when you're starting, you really want to start fresh. I would say often I hear, well, I can't afford the accountant today, or I'll do it myself. That may actually be the biggest issue, trying to do it all yourself. Again, when your skill set is of creative or is of a certain area that isn't accounting. I mean, we go to school for accounting, we have continuing education for accounting, we see it a lot, so it is different when you try to do it yourself. So I guess simply trying to do it yourself, I think would be the biggest mistake that I see, and not putting the adequate resources behind it. It's a lot easier to get something set up correct from the beginning than it is to do it after the fact. So whether that be a partnership agreement, oh, we're friends, we've been together for a long time, it'll work out. Well, when there's a lot of money involved, cooler heads don't always prevail. And when emotion gets involved, again, cooler heads often don't prevail. So I would set things up properly from the beginning. So not having your partnership agreement in place, not having the right entity selection in place, not having a good QuickBook file in place, and again, not just specific to creatives. I mean, I think that goes, across the board.
Sure.
But